I don't even know how to introduce you no more, but I love it. Here with me, we have Minister Pia Glover-Rolle, Member of Parliament for the what?
Golden Gates.
The Great Golden Gates. Man, look how she getting butterflies.
I love Golden Gates.
And of course, Minister of State for Public Service.
Yes.
It's an honor and privilege to have you here with us to join in. You know, at H for H, I love to say that we're all about community. We're here for the people. The work that we do is like service. And for you, you know, you've been doing such a great job in the community. You're being a role model for so many women and young ladies. You know, I want to talk about food insecurity and our community markets. And of course, you know, how together we can transform our communities, because it takes, you know, when you have a child, you know what they say, it takes a village.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's the same when it comes to making a difference. We need a village of people that share the same viewpoints and goals that are so serious and embedded in impact to make a difference. How has food insecurity looked in Golden Gates? And before I say that, I'm gonna briefly say what it is, because you know we love to say if you're food insecure, you're poor. And that's not the case. It means that there's so many people that just do not have access to food. And you know, like, what does that look like for you, and what are you doing in your community to help us, you know, come up with solutions and fight this problem?
Well, Precious, thank you for having me.
I
want to say H for H is a part of my heart. I've been affiliated with Hands for Hunger since, I think it was 2011. My daughter and I, we would go in the truck on Saturday mornings, we would pick up food, we would go over to Atlantis, package food, we deliver food. So I've always been involved with Hands for Hunger. And through my involvement with Hands for Hunger, H for H, I understand more about food insecurity. And actually, it was very surprising to me, because if you say people have hunger issues or food security issues in the Bahamas, most people would say, no man, that's not true. But it's real.
It's real.
And so I think I grew a passion and an affinity to the understanding of food security since then. Prior to becoming the Member of Parliament for Golden Gates, on the campaign trail, I started a feeding program in the community, because food insecurity was evident and prevalent even in Golden Gates. Though Golden Gates is a middle-class community, we were on the heels of the pandemic. So people were in a place where they'd never been before. That's where we speak to how we feed ourselves. First time as a nation, I think we realized that we ain't good at feeding ourselves. No. So there came the birth of all these backyard farmers. And I enjoy going around from door to door and people saying, you know, Ms. Pia, I grow in corn, I grow in beets. Child, I had to grow some things, because now backyard farming is becoming a thing, because Bahamians never really realized that I think they could grow their own food. And the joy you feel when you do the field to fork, garden to table experience, and the pride that you have when you actually grow. I've grown a few things. When you actually grow something and you about to eat that, it tastes even better when you grew it.
You'd be so proud to be like, I grew this. You know, you're taking ownership.
Yeah, so I continued in the quest to ensure that the basic necessity of food and nutrition was available to my constituents. I have a ongoing feeding program. In fact, I dedicate my entire Member of Parliament salary to the feeding program in my constituency every month. And we feed hundreds of people in Golden Gates, hot breakfast and a hot dinner every week, because we do recognize and understand that the basic need of food is an issue, not only in Golden Gates, but of course we know on a national level.
One of the biggest things we started doing a few years now was the community markets, the community gardens. We started doing community markets many years ago, and that's where we looked at going into these communities and giving people access to healthy, nutritional foods, and not just canned items, but actually like fruits and vegetables. Because one of the things we know is that we want to eat healthy, but it's relatively expensive. And so if I had to go to the store, just hypothetically thinking as someone that's challenged with food insecurity, I'm more less likely to buy healthy foods because it's more expensive than buying simple canned items, canned goods.
Yes.
There are people in, like you say, in the Golden Gates constituency, people in the East constituency, the West constituency. Everybody needs support. They need that help. They need us to find solutions as to, what can we do to make our market make a difference. So what do you think that's going to look like for you, maybe in a year or so?
I'm so excited because as you spoke, my brain was going, and I already see the community market coming to Golden Gates because I'm working with a lot of partnerships with our Minister of Agriculture, Marine Resources, and Family Island Affairs. He is the food security genius. He speaks to food security and sustainability, and his ministry is doing a lot of great work with that.
Yes.
I've been badgering him because I want to redevelop our Golden Gates fish market into a Golden Gates community market. I remember back in the day in Golden Gates, backyard farmers, people in the Golden Gates constituency would come and sell their produce in the market. I want to take us back there where fruits and vegetables and fish products and marine resources are sold in the market, but also H4H is very specific about community. And agriculture is holistic. The government can't do it on its own. It's a sense of community. And so organizations like Hands for Hunger and other nonprofit and non-government agencies have to be a part of this. So the work that Hands for Hunger is doing, not only with the community markets, is critical for us to also spread the awareness that not only inner city communities have food security issues. Food security issues exist around the country and indeed around the world. So the work that Hands for Hunger is doing with the community markets is amazing. And before the end of the year, I hope to be smiling on a photo with Hands for Hunger Community Market in Golden Gates.
Listen, one thing I love going in the community, and I love helping people. That gives me such a huge joy.
You're in your element.
Man, I don't know, here.
You'll be in your element.
I will definitely be in my element. Paradise Plates is coming up this September. And I don't even have to question if you're going to be in the room because I know you're going to be in the room. You've been a supporter for
love food. Food towards food security, I'm there.
Say it again. Food towards
food security, I'm there.
And that's what it is. So much over the years, people always come to Paradise Plates, without a doubt. We don't get nervous when it comes to Paradise Plates because people love the experience. But I think what's important for us this year is for people to really understand why we do what we do, who we help, and the impact that it is making across all of our programs, because people know, they say they see us out there, but they still do not understand the depth of the work that we do, the amount of resources, the time, the finances that go into making a difference. And I think you understand that when it comes to time, resources, and finances, because it costs a lot to make a difference, which people do not see. But even so, it takes a community of people to make that impact and, make transformative, real initiatives that keep us going. Anyways, I'm so happy that you were able to join me here today. Tickets go on sale June 30th. We're excited to have you join us at Paradise Plates because you get to be a part of the impact. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.